Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting live stream, and we have a lot to talk about. Can you believe that President Trump has a greater percentage of people approving him in one poll than President Obama at this point in Obama's second year? This pretty much vindicates everything I've been saying. And we'll get to all of that in a second. We'll also get to some interesting revelations regarding Clinton's server. And to my super chat, thank you so very much. Thank you, everyone. We have what? Close to 200 now, and a couple seconds in. So thank you so very much. I actually got dental work done, so half my face is... I got dental work done again, so half my face is numb. So if I start drooling, let me know. I think I'm drooling right now. Okay, no drool. Thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you. By the way, there are T-shirts. I guess if you'd like, you can buy a profanity alert shirt. They put this on my on the actual YouTube channel site now, so you can see it below. It's expensive, but you know what? It's kind of fun. I'll get some other shirts going on very soon. We have 200 people in 1 minute. That's pretty good. We'll get to hopefully 1,000 this segment. So let me just go ahead and start. Did you ever think that even in the polls that are used by everyone to just hate on Trump, even in the polls used to hate on Trump, he's now at 50%, higher than Obama at this point? Okay, Trump more popular than Obama in poll, giving him a 50% approval rating. This is express.uk. So I'll send, here's the link right here. Hello, Puerto Vallarta. Hello, Thailand. Hello, everyone from around the world watching. Thank you so very much. And it's just unbelievable. Let me know if I drool throughout the segment, which would be my usual anyway, even without dental work. but okay, so this is the Express. Friday, August 3rd, Trump more popular than Obama in poll, giving him a 50% approval rating. Donald Trump has a 50% approval rating. According to poll that shows he was even more popular now than he was in 2016 when he won the U.S. election, and is more popular than Barack Obama at the same point in his presidency. So, like, what am I watching here? So it's like they just can't win. Do you understand? Could you imagine if there was some good coverage? Could you imagine if there was actually good coverage? Decent coverage, fair coverage? Oh, I didn't see a super chat from Eric H526. So hold on one second, Eric. I apologize. Let me go check my... Eric H526, thank you, by the way, to my super chat. You give me every incentive to keep rocking these live streams. Hello, Helen, everyone. Love you all. Have a great Friday and weekend. Eric H526, thank you so very, very much. I just was stuck looking at this, so thank you, everyone. Thank you. So we're on our way to 300. It's just 4 minutes in. By the way, share this segment. Let people know. You can gloat, and you can just basically tell them that they know nothing. Well, actually, don't tell them anything. If people suffer from Trump derangement syndrome, leave them alone. All right, look. I'm letting you know something this is serious. This is no joke, okay? Even though I'm smirking like Peter Strzok. This is not a joke. If you know anyone who has Trump derangement syndrome, leave that person alone. Don't try to change that person's mind. That person has been is like a media zombie, and let them just. Tamara Friedman, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Tamara Friedman. Beautiful sentiment. Beautiful Tamara Friedman. Thank you so very, very much, as always, for watching, and Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos. Thank you, Tamara. That's Jewish for like Happy Friday. It's Jewish people have Friday. Thank you, Bob. So Jewish people have the Sabbath on a Friday night and Saturday, and then I believe Christians have their Sabbath on a Sunday. Anyway, so let's just keep reading this. So Trump more popular than Obama in poll, giving him a 50% approval rating. This is yet another reason when Democrats lose miserably in the House, which they will. It's going to be such a vindication. It's going to be such an example of it'll be almost like Trump winning. The vindication is going to be very important because you have the media 100% against Trump. I mean, they're almost sharing memos to each other. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Anuai, thank you. Unuai, thank you. Hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And, you know, Eric, thank you. I take a phone call back. All right. Well, you know, this vindicates everybody because you're more powerful than CNN and MSNBC. Exactly. Lou Stranger. Exactly. You're more powerful. The American people, human beings in general. Can you imagine their Tamara Friedman? Yes. Tamara Friedman. Yes, exactly. So the interesting thing, and Tamara Friedman, you hit the nail on the head. The interesting thing is this. If you had a media that was somewhat objective, I'm talking about maybe 80% of the time, 70% of the time, hating Trump, not 99.999% of the time. Trump is hated on not just daily, hourly. He's hated on an hourly basis. And it's unbelievable. It is just unbelievable the amount of hate, constant, unadulterated hate. And it's never ending. And so you have I'll read this to you. U.S. polling company Rasmussen reports. So Rasmussen poll published the poll on Thursday, August 2nd, which was among the very few polls that correctly predicted that Trump would defeat Hillary Clinton in the shock 2016 election. So the difference between this poll and other polls is that one relies on push-button phone call responses, so voters do not have to say who they support out loud. Wow. So people are just too people are too embarrassed. Oh, that's good. It's hurting my mouth. Half my mouth as I had dental work done. So this relies on push button because thank God you wouldn't want anyone to know that you voted for Trump or that you even like Trump. My goodness, could you imagine? What if somebody was around you, and you had to use the words Trump? Oh my God, could you imagine? So obviously nobody wants that. Who wants to be in a position to actually say the words Trump in front of his friends or her friends. So it relies on push button. So you're like, do you think the economy is good? Do you not hate Trump? Would you rather have Trump than crooked, disgusting, horrific Hillary? So the push button thing is really good because this way you don't have to. Thank you, Eric. So this way you don't have to go ahead and this way you don't have to go ahead and like this way you don't have to go ahead and actually say that, oh, I like Trump or whatever. And it's a push button poll. So I'll just continue. So the approval rating of President Trump is 5 points higher than his predecessor. Barack Obama achieved 18 months into his office. Wow. Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. It just shows. So, and this is, by the way, President Obama had pretty much, I mean, almost universally positive coverage. When they reported on President Obama, it was just reporting. If there was a scandal, even with the email scandal, especially with the email scandal, it was, oh, well, this is what took place. Let's not make any leaps of logic. And the latest figure includes 35% of people who strongly approve of the way Trump is performing and 41% who strongly disapprove. So at the end of the day, it's like, well, it's like, well, at what point do we all realize as a country that Trump is a lot more popular than we think? A heck of a lot more popular. A heck of a lot more popular. Wingless Angel. Thank you, Wingless Angel. Thank you so very much. Hebrews 13:2. Wingless Angel, we love you. And I read your message on the upload. And God bless you, and we all love you. And thank you so much for watching. Wingless Angel, thank you so very much, and we love you. Thank you. And so 400 people watching, 14 minutes in. So let me see if I can spend an hour on this paragraph. If I don't spend 1 hour on one paragraph, I'm not doing my job. The latest figure includes 35% of people who strongly approve of the way Trump is performing, and 41% who strongly disapprove that he has a 50% approval rating. So 35% strongly approve, and what? 15% approve somewhat, approve whatever, they approve whatever. These polls are ridiculous anyway, but I think the approval rating or the favorability ratings are perhaps more accurate then, oh, who are you going to vote for? Those polls are never accurate. On August 2nd of President Obama's second year as president, he was polling at 45% in the same survey. So not bad. Not bad. The latest poll result comes a day after the president wrote on Twitter that Attorney General Jeff Sessions basically has to do his job. The poll shows that Trump has experienced a boost over the past 8 months, and he has held a relatively steady approval rating at mid-40s. So again, the media just doesn't get it. Maduro, Mike. Hannity said yesterday that something big is coming that will blow this all out of the water. I wonder what he means. Maduro, Mike, I agree with you, and I agree with Hannity, and I think what he means is what I've been saying all along. You're going to have eventually Hillary Clinton getting indicted. You're going to eventually have James Comey, Peter Strzok, all of these people. All of these people are going to be outed, exposed. It could extend to Clapper, all of them. The whole apparatus. Thank you, T. McLennan. Thank you. The whole apparatus is just coming undone. So Maduro, Mike, thank you so very, very much. The whole apparatus that basically that held up Hillary Clinton, that basically held her up, that covered her crimes, that fabricated Trump Russia. We're going to talk. I mean, the FISA. You're right, Tommy and William. The FISA. I mean, look, how stupid do you have to be? How utterly corrupt and idiotic and stupid and inept. How inept do you have to be to say that, well, we're going to spy on Carter Page? And yet Carter Page has never been even accused of a crime. He was a person of interest regarding what? How many people of interest in the uranium sale to Putin? Isn't it interesting how they were so interested? They were so interested in all these people around Trump, yet there was no transfer of money from Russians or Russian lobbyists. But Tony Podesta, like I stated in my Daily Caller article, in 2017 is now under criminal investigation. I said he would be, because Mueller is looking into Russia collusion. You know who colluded with Russia? Tony Podesta. So the 50% approval rating, all 468, going on 500 people. Maduro, Mike, Tamara, everybody, Eric H526, everybody here. Everybody here. It's all vindicating all of us. I came from very likely a different place than you did. I was a hardcore Bernie supporter, but what drives me is an anti-war stance. Well, what about the environment? There was a fracking boom and an oil boom under Obama. Don't talk about the environment. Well, he's removing regulations. Yeah, well, okay. But is there a massive sea change in what he's doing? No. Obama would be, let's say, marginally better on the environment on a lot of issues, but then Keystone XL pipeline, all of these things. He voted against the Keystone XL pipeline, but he 10 Keystone XL sized pipelines. So I love this. As President Obama came to a close, he cemented our legacy as our greenest president. He led the United States to make more progress than ever on climate change. Okay, what am I reading now? If you look at the actual specifics, let's look at actual specifics, shall we? He's very big on regulation, but I just want to see something real quick. So Obama oil boom. Obama has presided over America's biggest oil boom ever. Why don't the environmental um, organizations ever look at just basic, like, Maduro Mike, truth hurts 18. People are seeing that above all else, Trump loves America and is passionate about his country winning. Yeah, that's true. That's why thousands turn up to his rallies. They are behind him 100%, and the media can't spin it. Exactly. Well, the media is reviled because the media has been pushing constantly this whole thing about he's one thing. All human beings, truth hurts 18. I think all human beings, whether you're in the UK or France or Spain or anywhere, or China, Nigeria, if you are told something, if you're continually told something, this person is bad for you, this person is a racist, this person is a menace, this person is dangerous, this person is horrible, and you know that the other side, when you do just a tiny bit of research, is even more corrupt, cheats its own candidates, uses even worse, vile language to describe minorities, is even more racist and actually full of neoconservative regime change advocates, then you say, wait a second, I'm going to think for myself. So truth hurts 18? Exactly. But this is what I don't get also. Like, people like, I had a very intelligent person today, very intelligent person today, very intelligent, extremely intelligent person say, well, look what he's doing to the environment. Money, CNN, Obama has presided over America's biggest oil boom. How is that good for the environment? Oh, but regulations. Oh, regulations. Yeah. But how does that tackle climate change? Okay, relax. Okay, relax. Okay. That's what I don't get, and that's what I don't like. This amnesia, this duplicity, speaking from both sides of your mouth. If you don't have one side that's completely numb like I do. Obama fracking. Okay, so how about this? Obama 10 Keystone XL pipelines. America has built the equivalent of 10 Keystone XL pipelines since 2010. So he vetoes Keystone XL, but then he built the equivalent of 10 Keystone XL pipelines. How does that tackle climate change? That's what I want to know. Rhonda W., thanks for your insight. Is another book in the works? Rhonda, thank you so very much. There is. I just have to get my act together. I'm still working on it, and it's going to be the best one thus far. It'll be the best one thus far. And thank you, Rhonda. Yes, there is one in the works, and it's going to come out, I'd say, probably in a month or so. Hopefully in a month or so. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you for every time I get that push of enthusiasm or reminding me to, hey, there are people who want to read another one, and this is going to be the best one. Rhonda, thank you so very much. Yoni A., are you familiar with the great Ben Hameen? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe I should be. I am not, but I'll check him out. I'll check him out. But thank you, Yoni. Hey, thank you. I'm not, but I should. I'll check him out. So fast. So my whole thing is this. It's the duplicity. Um, Between 2009 and 2013, more than 8,000 miles of oil transmission pipelines have been built in the past 5 years in the U.S. So the thing is like, okay, Trump pulled out of the Paris Accords. Oh my God. But there was an oil boom and a fracking boom. That's my point. That's my point. The duplicity is like, well, are you taking it seriously, or is it all cosmetic? Is it all, well, we're marginally better? Reliance on oil and gas increased under Obama. There was a fracking and oil boom. So you hear like, we're gonna die, we're gonna all die from climate change. Well, okay, and I do agree with that climate change is taking place and it's hurting the world. But where the Democrats are like complete hypocrites. There's an oil boom. How many miles of pipelines built? Miles of pipelines built under Obama. The irony of President Obama's oil legacy. So, the irony, who is of President Obama, the irony is that President Obama, who is not viewed as a friend of the oil and gas industry, has presided over oil production, over rising oil production in each of his 7 years he has been in office. This is the largest production, the largest domestic oil production increase during any presidency in history. So I'm supposed to worry about the Paris Accords with Trump. You got the largest increase, and that's the thing. It's not, and you can be like, "Hey, look, that's good." But the issue is, don't talk to me about how Trump is going to destroy the planet when Obama, in a secret, media protected manner, just went ahead and presided over, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. The largest domestic oil production increase during any president in U.S. history. So spare me the climate change. Like, not the climate change discussion, the hysteria. It's the hysteria that I don't like. Don't tell me how wonderful Obama was when you're talking about climate change. You're talking about climate change, and Obama presides over the largest domestic oil production increase during any president in history. Don't talk to me about that. I'm tired. I'm tired of listening to the nonsense. Red Shield. Obama approved enough permits for big oil to build 27,000 miles of oil pipelines. Wow. Obama also approved drilling in the Arctic. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, don't talk to me about that. Don't talk to me about that. I can't stand this stuff. Would I like renewable energy? Sure. I don't want to destroy rivers and oceans, and sure. I certainly don't want. But if you're talking about renewable energy, then talk about renewable energy. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about how Trump is the big ogre of our time. The biggest ogre of our time. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've had enough of it. I work as a volunteer on an environmental task force at a state university. Trump is on the issue. Paris Agreement is horrible. Includes geoengineering and other unbelievable environmental disasters. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tamara. And that's the thing. You see things on the ground level. Tamara Friedman. Thank you. You see things on the ground level. Um, the ground level is that Obama was not the best president for the environment. Just look at the largest domestic oil production. And then not just that. Okay, this is Forbes, by the way. Largest domestic oil production increase during any presidency in U.S. history. And I'm supposed to worry about if I'm really this hardcore environmentalist, the Paris Accords. I'm supposed to think he's an ogre. You can search for map of oil pipelines in the U.S. The picture graph will make you cry. It did me. Trump immediately okayed Keystone XL, and that's right. Well, that's true. And ND after elected. That's true. That's true. But what Obama did with Standing Rock is, I think, when you talk about all these, so Tricky Vicky, thank you, Tricky Vicky. And so the pipelines, so many, like what, tens of thousands of miles were built under Obama. And I'm not saying, this is the thing. Here's the issue. Like Tricky Vicky, thank you so very, very much. If a person wants to disagree, Moonbeams water. Governor. This is the thing. If a person wants to disagree with Trump, fine. If a person wants to say, oh, I don't like Trump's energy policy, fine. Don't tell me that Obama was a criminal. Look how he weaponized his office. I voted for him twice. I'll vote for Trump in 2020. Absolutely. Tricky Vicky, absolutely. I voted for Obama twice also, and I'll vote for Trump. I voted for Obama twice. I'll vote for Trump. It's so many people. See, the thing is, like, Ryan Couture, do you believe in a billionaire tax? I don't. A billionaire tax, it would be hard pressed for me to think that a billionaire tax would make any difference at all, because the billionaires are smart enough to find some way around the tax, or I don't know. I think that I think there should be a war tax. I think that there should be a tax. Any military adventure or any military debacle or any military endeavor, the American people should be taxed to pay for the future costs. Everything from the unintended consequences to veterans care, all of these things. If we're going to bomb, we're going to send soldiers, we're going to do all these things, then we should be taxed, because we are paying, what, $7 trillion in interest by 2053 for Iraq and Afghanistan. In interest. That's according to Brown University. In interest. You know, when you pay your credit cards, you get interest payments. You know, you can maybe have a $200 monthly payment, and then it's like, 120 is like actually interest. You know, I say have a war tax. This way we would save so much money because, and this is again like what this is what people don't get. Democrats are going to get destroyed. They're going to get absolutely obliterated in the midterms. What's going to happen is there's going to be then a new civil war of ideas. Oh, you see, the progressives caused this again. The progressives are going to say, oh, you see, the liberal Democrats, the establishment, the neoliberals caused this again. I told you what caused it in 2015. I was telling people on the left, they all hated me. Most people, a lot of people, I should say, on the left hated me. I have a lot of friends still on the left, good people. Nico House is amazing. Nico House is, awesome. Tim Black is awesome. There's a lot of great people on the left. But most of the left, didn't like me. I said the main thing. I don't think the Rasmussen poll is overrated. But you know what the thing is, Mega Biker. The thing is not so much if the poll is rated high or rated low or whatever, the quality of the poll, because I know that you look at 538, they're like, let's look at the quality, a high quality poll. All the polls should be taken with a grain of salt, but the fact that in one of these things, Trump hits 50%, and it's actually a poll that actually stated that Clinton would lose the election. It was actually more accurate than all the other polls. It probably didn't lean to the left. The fact that it's 50%, that's very good. But the problem, and this goes to the environment, it goes to taxes, it goes to the emphasis on single payer is completely flawed. On the progressive side is in complete shambles and disarray because they don't want to break up too big to fail banks. They don't want to bring American soldiers back home from wars. They don't want to end regime change. Okay, that's not a platform. The foreign policy is simply hating Israel. That's it. And cutting the military budget, but you don't explain why you would cut the military budget. How about explain to people? Thank you, Michael. Explain what's the purpose of cutting the budget. How about bringing home our soldiers from Yemen, from Syria, from Iraq, Afghanistan, and you can have that debate. Well, what happens if we bring home our soldiers? Well, we spent almost 20 years building up the militaries over there. If it's not working after 20 years, it's never going to work. Increase funding for the Iraqi and Afghanistan militaries and get the heck out now. We have 10,000 soldiers in Afghanistan. We have 5,000 in Iraq. Okay, that's just one example. Breaking up too big to fail banks, reinstating Glass-Steagall. They don't talk about that. That's Bernie's and Elizabeth Warren's ideas. End wars that we send Americans. These are wars that we are fighting for other people. And the wars that we're fighting for other people because we, removed dictators. We went in. We should have pulled out, like Daniel Bulger says. General Daniel Bulger wrote a book. I am the 10 p.m. tonight, Unity for Julian, Unity for Jay, 10 p.m. Pacific. I will be honored, very honored to be with Susie Dawson. So, yeah, that is 10 p.m. tonight. Let me go look at the live stream again, or the thing. Yeah. So 10 p.m. tonight, I'll be with Susie. Then, of course, there was a spy who worked with Dianne Feinstein. This is San Francisco. August 1st, 2019. Details surfaced about Chinese spy who worked for Senator Feinstein. We have spies there. They have spies here. And it's not just with Russia. There are other countries that, believe it or not, have spies. Okay, believe it or not. And we have spies with them also. You don't go ahead and focus only on one in a maniacal attempt to trick and deceive people. That's stupid. Only stupid, idiotic people would believe all this. Yeah, Democrats. And so, Tom Fitton. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, for letting me know. Eric H526, thank you as always for all your help as well. Left side of my face from the dental work. It's like, I think it's like, it's wearing off. So, it's like, new Steele docs turned over. Wowzers. By the FBI. Thanks to just show Steele was confidentially paid informant. Wow. Relationship terminated on November 2016. More, what? November 1st? Oh my God. That's crazy. That is crazy. Then there's a Daily Mail article. Hillary Clinton insulted disabled children. Well, of course Hillary Clinton did. Well, what do you expect? It's just like this. If you watch boxing, okay, and you know, sometimes in like the I mean, very rarely you'll see like a boxer just unload, and the other boxer is like in a guarding himself, and they're just unloading, and it's like, well, he's not getting hurt, you know, like there's nothing you can just get. Michael, I have dentures. And he's not getting hurt, and it's like they unloaded everything they have against Trump, and it's nothing. He's not even like guarding himself. They can't hurt him. It must be so sad for these people. They cannot hurt Trump. Like they just literally just cannot hurt him. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And so they can't hurt him. And Judge Ellis, wow, Manafort is not doing well. The Mueller case is not doing well. Let's look at the Mueller case, the Manafort case, real quick. So it's like, it's unbelievable too, because this is hilarious. They're losing at the Manafort case. They're losing at the polls. They're losing at the midterms. They're losing at everything. They're losing at the Russia probe. Thank you, William Devane. Thank you, William. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you. They're losing at everything. Everything. How do you know that song? All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Their song. All I do is lose, 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 no matter what. That's their thing. They need to have a remix. All I do is lose, 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 no matter what. I'm a Democrats. That's all they do is continue to lose, continue to lose, continue to lose. And it's difficult also because at a certain point, like if you played sports or if you're into sports or any kind of competitive endeavor, you know when you're winning or losing. You know when you're winning or losing. And you can say, okay, oh my goodness, I lost, and you'll accept defeat, or you won, and you're expecting the other person to accept defeat. You're expecting the other person to say, oh, well, you know what? good job, or you lost, or let's regroup. But Democrats don't do that. They cheat, they lose, they blame. They never say, hey, we lost. Here's why we lost. It's never them. It's always, oh, I don't like Trump's personality. He's so boorish. Oh, I don't like Trump's personality. Exactly. They lose so much. And then you have a writer in the New York Times who uses like profanity regarding um, a certain group of Americans. And because it's white people, it's okay. And here's the problem with the left: they don't have a set value system. If you live by outrage and you want others to get fired because you're outraged, then use the same standards. When Joy Reid makes anti-gay posts, well, it's the Russians. Please don't fire me. When a Hollywood producer gets fired, oh my God, that's horrible. But when Roseanne Barr got fired for infinitely less in terms of like all of the, when you compare what was actually said, how about, I mean, and Roseanne Barr has never been ever, she's absolutely wonderful. She's never been said a racist thing in her life, done a racist thing in her life, whatever. And you're talking about obviously a joke that was, should never have been stated. She apologized. She was sorry. What more do you need? She said sorry, and that she admitted her fault. Like, she shouldn't have written the tweet, but that wasn't good enough. So she got fired. But with the other Hollywood producer, he's talking about disgusting things regarding young people, and he works for Disney. They don't see the thing. Omar Benya, I'm not pro-war. However, I'm not opposed to helping countries not get decimated by bullies. Well, I agree with you on that, but when we should just go ahead and just continue to fund their militaries. I agree with you on that, but so I don't think that like we should not fund people. Sure. If we pull out of Afghanistan and Iraq, let's fund them. Let's give them all the tanks and weaponry, and if we have to go ahead and in their Air Force train fine, train pilots, fine. Have them come here and train here and then go back, and then but I just but Omar, I do agree with you on that. And so the thing is, like, read you. The furor over Sarah Jang, a New York Times writer, a reader is shocked by the hiring of an editorial member who has written tweets that he terms racist, bigoted, and disgusting. It's not, see, this is the thing. I'm of the, my mentality is this: you should never get fired for anything that you say, as long as, like, if you issue an apology. I actually do think that that producer, because he was actually working with children, big problem. But I don't care about tweets. I don't care about what people say. I don't care about, like, the snowflake outrage is a really bad thing. But when you have outrage and it goes only one way, that's pure hypocrisy. F the police, F the police. That's not good either. F the police. Okay. Again, I don't like, I don't, if you're going to go ahead and for everyone who you don't like to get fired, what's going to take place is it's going to rebound because people on the left are far from perfect. Not only far from perfect, and then they go back to everything harkens back to Cernovich and Pizzagate, which obviously I was never, I don't like Pizzagate. I never thought that was a good thing or legitimate. Again, the mass, like I don't think Pizzagate, any of this mass belief system is constructive in any way. But it's only utilized by the left to say, "Oh, look at it, they're all crazy." Dumbass effing people. Dumbass effing people making up the internet with their own opinions like dogs pissing on fire hydrants. Okay, so this is the new New York Times editor. Oh man, it's kind of sick how much joy I get out of being cruel to old white men. What does that even mean? But why would you get joy from being cruel to any old man or old woman? What does that even mean? Are white people genetically predisposed to burn faster? Are white people genetically predisposed to burn faster in the sun, thus logically being only fit to live underground like groveling goblins? Okay. White men are BS. No one cares about women. You can threaten anyone on the internet except cops. I get threats too. I had to actually go to, and from the left, I had to go to the LAPD, and I used the Twitter profile of the guy who threatened me. Mr. Deplorable, I have. Not all of them, but I have. Absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. Deplorable. Absolutely. So these are the tweets of the New York Times. It's from twitchy.com. I just realized why I can't stand watching Breaking Bad or Battlestar Galactica. The premise of both is just white people being miserable. Even Battlestar Galactica? White people have stopped breeding. Y'all go extinct soon. This was my plan all along. It's like hashtag cancel white people. What is the deal here? How do you live life like this? Aside from, so obviously the tweets don't mean anything. I don't think she should be fired from these tweets. But if in the new world here, the attacks on Sarah Jung, it's not attacks. These aren't attacks. These are not attacks on Sarah Jung. They are a value system being utilized against the same people who don't give compassion. You do not give compassion or allow any empathy towards people that you condemn. Then don't go ahead. Then don't go ahead and ask for or demand compassion if you're caught. So this is wrong. It's not trying to. The left gets people fired all the time. And then, of course, Mike Cernovich is the number one they always fall back to. They always fall back to. He took down director James Gunn. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Disney said, hey, our company, the Disney company, is devoted to children. maybe we should go ahead and ensure that people who work for us don't write the most horrific, disgusting things. This, ladies and gentlemen, is another reason why Democrats will lose miserably. By the way, I don't think Sarah Jung should be fired, but I also don't think that Roseanne should be fired. You can't. You set a precedent when you start firing people for what they say. That's the thing. You can't start firing people for exactly. You can't start firing people for what they say, because then what happens is when the left makes a mistake. Wow, it really looks like my face is right here. Anyway, when the left goes ahead and says something horrible, they instantly expect forgiveness, because within the matrix and within the value system of oppressor and oppressed, and it's okay, it's not that big of a deal. But it is a big deal when you have somebody like Joy Reid who writes anti-gay posts, or other people, which I won't name, who have already been outed as writing pretty racist posts about Native Americans. I'm not going to even go there. Gone there enough. It's called hypocrisy. Democrats don't even know what hypocrisy means. They cheat Bernie Sanders, then blame Russia for getting cheated. They don't even know what hypocrisy means. It's like a completely foreign concept to them. It's like, I can do anything and you can't tell me anything. It's like, okay. Omar Pena, I agree that we stay involved way too long. Thank you, Omar. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like, I agree with you. Like, Omar Pena, fund, give to, fund militaries that are friendly to us. Totally. You want to fight, but let them fight their wars. The people who say, like, oh my God, we give Israel so much money. Yeah, but we give Afghanistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. But the thing is, we're not fighting Israel's wars. Israel fights its wars. The Israeli military does. We are there in Afghanistan. We are there in Syria. We are there in Iraq. Maduro Mike. Exactly. I agree with you. As a white man, what Sarah Jong said doesn't bother me one bit. Exactly. What bothers me is the hypocrisy. Replace the word white with black, and she would have been canned. Exactly. That's the thing. It's like they live by this paradigm, this like oppressor-oppressed paradigm, where, if you say you can't be, a bad person for saying certain things, but you could be a really horrible person for saying other things. It's like, well, that it doesn't work. Logic doesn't work that way. You can't twist logic. There's something called hypocrisy. And they're like, well, it's hate speech leads to violence. No, violence is violence, and hate speech is hate speech. And if somebody engages in criminal behavior, they become a criminal. But you're protected under the First Amendment. That's the thing. It's just, it's once you've opened, the left opened up a can of worms, and when it goes back against them, you have people writing racist things, and then the rebuttal is, well, they've changed, they're Democrats now. That's not the way logic works. So Maduro Mike, I agree with you. Then they twist it to, well, Sarah Jong's being attacked, but she's not. The issue is it's the same value system utilized against conservatives, now utilized against liberals, and liberals say, wait a second, you can't do that. You can't use our value system against us. We're the ones who condemn. then it's like, oh, well, look what I've had to endure. Yeah, I've had to endure a lot also. People have, I went to the LAPD. That doesn't go ahead and warrant, it doesn't give you the right to. So the New York Times said, well, she's endured a lot. And of course her response was not right, but she's endured a lot. Yeah. And I went, did she go to the LAPD? I actually went, I'm that guy that goes to the LAPD and utilizes the profile, the actual profile of the guy who threatened me. Threatened to go to my, where I live. He didn't even know where I lived, but threatened to go where I lived. And so, and I had a whole bunch of unhinged statements. So I went to the LAPD. The LAPD now has a police report of the actual Twitter profile and the tweets, because I sent the officer and the LAPD tweets that were sent against me. Does that warrant me going ahead and utilizing horrible statements? No. No, absolutely not. But that's the thing. It's like, oh, well, he said this, so therefore it's okay. Just like with when the guy threw the Coke at the guy with the Make America Great Again, the kid, the kid with the Make. I'm not jealous of QAnon. Why would I be jealous of like a college kid who's punking like millions of people? I'm not jealous. QAnon is a message board that asks questions and gives people hope and confidence. It's very dangerous. It's dangerous because it's almost certainly a college kid. So it's a conservative college kid who knows exactly, quotes Bible verses. I mean, believe me, I'm not jealous of and then the QAnon is constantly changing the profile to make it seem like, oh, well, they predicted this. Anyway, I'm not going to get into QAnon right now. I'll do it later, maybe, possibly. The trip code, that's what it is. Constantly changing the trip code. It doesn't have, QAnon doesn't have the same trip code. It's always like, oh, look, what? No way. Really? Oh, that wasn't the same one. Thank you, Denise. The thing is that I've heard, like, well, it gets people engaged. You have the power within you to be engaged. You don't need anyone's uplifting. You don't need H.A. Goodman to tell you, I believe in you. Together we fight. Together we fight. Let's go. Let's go, people. 722. Yes, go. Yes, you can do it. Let me quote a Bible verse. We are patriots together. We can do it all together. How about this? How about that? Research this, research that. We can do it now. It's a crowd. Make you feel good about yourself. My doing this like with half a face. You can do it. I believe in you. Patriots, take my hand. If you can. We will. It's falling. The deep state is falling. They don't want us. They're scared. They're scared. Together we can. They're on the ropes. You just have to believe. Trust it. Trust me. Trust you. Trust. Just trust. Fear? What's fear? Fear is nothing but poo-poo. And we don't like poo-poo. That's like half of QAnon right there. And people are like, this is great. I feel so good. I feel so fantastic. Cookie Girl, great day. Thank you, Cookie Girl. Thank you, Cookie Girl. Thank you. Thank you, Cookie Girl. Thank you. Believe in the Force. Sorry. That's it. No, not same team. I have no idea what team Q is on. What would make anyone believe Q is on your team? Ruby Colors! Rumi Callis. Hello from Texas. Love the way you break things down for us, Alec. You can do it. You can. You can do it. That's Jaime Escalante, the movie God, what's the movie? I was at a football game, USC football game. I was sitting next to a guy. He was taught by Jaime Escalante. Can you believe it? Rumi Callis, thank you so very, very much. Rumi Callis, thank you. Thank you so very much. Stand and deliver, I think. Jaime Escalante. Yeah. Stand and deliver. Stand and deliver. Rumi Callis, thank you so very, very much. Waterboy. Rumi is the best poet ever. Rumi is the best, really the best poet ever. Thank you, Rumi. Thank you, Rumi Callis. Thank you. No, I'm not jealous. Why would I be jealous of a message board? I don't. The message board is a college student in some. He's clowning everyone. I mean, no diss to anyone. Again, like, I'm not dissing. Q is the enemy of my enemy. No, that would be the Green Party. Q is the enemy of your enemy is the Green Party. Trust me on that. I'm not jealous at all. What am I? Why would I be jealous? No, look, this is the thing. Oh no, why am I doing this again? I don't have any issue with anyone who believes in Q. Go ahead and believe in Q if you want to. That's fine. I'm not dissing anyone. I am dissing the notion that a message board asking questions is part of some grand scheme. It is not. It is very likely. No, I know. I'm not gonna. I don't view anyone like attacking me as trolls in this sense, because I do understand the emotional pull that this message board has is dangerous. The emotional pull, at least if you like a rock star, if you like a singer, if you like Styx, if you like me, if you like Hard Bastard, if you like Nico House, if you like, you love Julian Assange, you love, like, these are people that you love. Trump. They're people. You could touch them. Touch. Okay. Don't believe any invisible electronic thing. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so no more. Okay, do what you want. And Q, good. This is good. Friend, Q. Let's hug. Q. I don't even know what you are. Oh, let's hug. I'm sorry. I said bad thing to you. I make nice. Even though you're very dangerous. Dangerous to people. Dangerous, and nobody should believe in you. Yes, okay. That's all. I can assure you that no harm will come to anyone who exposes the fact that it's a message board. So one guy's like, "You're going to get demonetized because you don't like Q." I'm like, nobody. Maybe you should look at the message board and the fact that they have different trip codes, and the fact that there's a message board that you have no idea who's writing the messages, very likely a college student. So your allegiance to something is pretty dangerous. Trust me. Anyway. The issue with Q is the allegiance. one guy's like, you're going to be hurt by dissing Q. It's like, no, trust me. Everybody from YouTube, like the one thing that like bonds even people like me with like CNN and MSNBC and YouTube and pretty much every media is that there's one connecting thread. Anonymous message board, bad. That doesn't mean I like CNN. That means that the predominant thinking is that speaking out against Q is not going to hurt you. The allegiance to Q is going to hurt you. That's the thing. So, anyway, it's just it's like and I'm sorry, but the allegiance, it's a message board. You don't owe this message board anything. It didn't give you anything. It hasn't been right about anything. I mean, it's right in that it asks questions and then, oh, okay, you know, you can kind of, Q made your drum course irrelevant again. Tina Bobina, thank you. Thank you, Tina Bobina, thank you. Yeah, one guy this way was like, you're going to suffer because Q. It's like, dude, Q can kiss my butt. I really don't care about Q. So the more like people are like, that actually makes me want to diss it more. I was actually going to stop talking and somebody's like, you're going to, whatever. That's the whole thing. The media is now turning every Trump voter into a Q conspiracy theorist person. It's not like, this is the thing. I'm not smearing Sanders supporters now. Oh no, I don't even know what you're talking about. This is the thing. It's your allegiance. If it emotionally hurts you to hear someone disparage a message board, you have serious problems that I'm letting you know of. Do not allow a message board on 8chan or 4chan or whatever chan to give you happiness. That is dangerous. Dan Diefendorf, brah. Super Trump, CNN sucks. If you have a message board that gives you emotional support, that is dangerous. If you have a message board on 8chan with an anonymous user that makes you feel good about yourself because you are researching, that's dangerous. You should research on your own. You do not need someone to lead you in the right direction. You have enough intelligence and brain power to go ahead and lead you in the right direction. So, I'll just leave it at that. It's definitely a cult. It's definitely a cult because if you lead, thank you, Rumi Kalas. Sorry, Rumi. Because if you lead, if people are like, you're gonna get it, Q can kiss my butt. Okay, I don't care. Q's whole premise is trust Sessions is what pisses me off. Sessions is the reason for Mueller. No need of Sessions to Q impersonation. Please. Hi, Mr. President. How are you? I don't know. I got this letter called LMNOP. Have you heard of LMNOP? Oh, it's Kit. No, I don't even know what it is. L, B, D, C. Oh, hold on one second. Let me look at this Washington Post hit piece. Oh, it's Q. Yes, Q. It's on 15chan.com. And it gives people hope and inspiration, making us look stupid. I don't know. We might lose a couple districts because of Q. We might actually lose some midterm. We'll still win, though. Anyway, whatever. I got people upset in my live chat. They said they hate me. They said I'm gonna be hurt by it. Oh, I know. Cuba's gonna launch the ICBMs. Yes, I know. I'm laughing at it also. I'll talk to you later. I'm not making fun of any fans. Okay, bye. Poo-poo out. I'm not making fun of any fans. God. I love you all. I'm just, tear down my beliefs if my beliefs are dangerous. Hero926, tear down my beliefs if my beliefs are cult-like. I wasn't going to say anything except a whole bunch of people were like insulting. So whatever. Do you want me to read Q posts? Okay. Who wants me to read Q posts? Because I'll do it. Then we're going to get real good. Tree hugger. QAnon is fun. We get to look from a different perspective. Alliance is a strong word. I didn't even have allegiance to Bernie, and I am a Bernie bro. It's true. That's true. But it's the emotional. Absorb all in from all sources, but never assume a source is above reproach. That's what the left does for CNN. The establishment, be skeptical. I agree. I'm not insulting anyone either. I'm not insulting anyone. I'm dissing Q. I said Q. I never said anyone in particular. That's the thing. We don't want you to read Q posts. I won't read Q posts then. I did yesterday. All right. I'm not going to read. I'm not even going to talk about it right now. All right. Next subject. Next subject. Someone disses me though. I'm just going to be like, and then I get DMs. Don't talk about Q. I love your channel. Everything's fine. Your channel's fine. I love you. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. Talk about Q again. Game over. Don't do it. All right. I'm not talking about it. Not going to talk about it anymore. Okay. I just, don't DM me anymore. Okay. If it's just a last thing, don't DM me. I don't want to hear any more DMs. I love you. Just so you know. Been a fan of your channel for a while. Don't talk about Q again. Okay? I'll let him know, the Qbert, he forgives you. But don't do it. Anyway. I'm not making fun of my fans. My fans are not Q people, okay? And if they are, I'm letting you know I'm being, like, good to you. What am I supposed to say? Continue giving your life to a message board or letting a message board make you feel good? No. I want to help you. Don't believe the message. Stop reading it. Read books. Go and read and foster your own mentality. Anyway. Gomer. All right. All right. Tom Fitton, real quick, before we go. Watching you for a long time. I'll say anything about you. Oh my God. By the standards that Sessions recused himself, so should Mueller recuse himself. He's investigating Trump for obstruction, firing, calling, but Mueller then interviewed for the job of FBI director. Game over. Game over. This is game over. Q predicted this. Q. Oh, okay. Yes, the college student said, and they will hate us when people realize that This is an anonymous message board. They will then come to discredit the anonymous message board. Yeah, yes, the college student predicted it. Yes. Okay. Anyway. Tina Bobina. Cernovich would block them. Oh, it's all good. Rumi Callis. Okay. Thank you, Rumi. So this is no. Okay. I can't focus now. I can't focus now. The one thing since it said I'm a cue ball with my head. Just chill. Okay, it's ended. No disrespect to anyone who, um, feels good from an 8chan message board. No disrespect at all. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Rumi. Thank you. No disrespect at all. Everything's all good. Okay, don't DM me again. I have 30 DMs from people. I've been with you since 2015. Saying, don't bring it up again. I'm trying to help you. Trump is at 50% focus HA. Okay, yes. So 50%. 50%. No more Q. No more message board. Craziness. And another thing. No, I'm joking. It's one thing also. I'm sorry. Like, for example, I'm sorry. Okay, look. If I'm an Alabama fan, I diss Auburn. Okay. At least you can see the teams go at it. Whatever. Forget about it. Just forget about it, honestly. Presidential poll. Trump at 50%. Trump hits 50% approval rating in Rasmussen poll. Donald Trump's approval rating 5 points higher than Barack Obama. Wow. Newsweek. Why didn't I see this article? Wow. This is amazing to think when. And let me tell you, Q predicted this. No, I'm joking. Last thing. I'm sorry. Omar Pena. Let's take one poll. Let's take a poll. 1 for Q, 7 non-Q. 1 for Q, 7 non-Q. Yeah, I'm getting mostly 7s. All right. Oh, look at that. Mostly 7s. All I see is 7s. Fantastic. Pretty much 7. Everything was 7. It's amazing. Q predicted that. Everything that happens. I stubbed my toe today. Well, Q predicted that. Don't listen. The problem. It's a problem. Big problem. Okay, so hold on one second. You know who predicted that Trump would defeat Clinton? Me. I am H. I'm going to start a thing called H. Okay. So Donald Trump's approval rating 5 points higher than Barack Obama's at the same point in his presidency. President Donald Trump received an approval rating 5 points higher than his predecessor. Barack Obama achieved 18 months in his office, according to his predecessor. Barack achieved 18 months into his first term in office. The latest Rasmussen poll, which often reflected higher approval ratings for Trump than most other polls, pegged Trump's latest rating at 50%. So it's just unbelievable. Rumi Callis, thank you. That's the Rasmussen poll, yes. And So, I mean, it's just unbelievable, too. I mean, when you think about it. Pastor praises Trump as pro-black at prison reform event. Trump just tweeted that right now. This is AP News. I'll read you. Pastor praises Trump as pro-black at prison reform event. President Donald Trump was lauded by inner-city pastors, including one who said he may go down as the most pro-black president in recent history, during a White House roundtable on Wednesday. During a White House roundtable on Wednesday that was focused on efforts to reform the prison system, Trump told the group, which included pastors and bishops from across the country, that his administration has been making progress on efforts to make it easier for prisoners to re-enter society and find work. When we hire Americans, we mean all Americans, Trump said. There you go. You can rest assured that that won't be put in the news. So that's beautiful. Rumi Callis, thank you. Tina Bomina, thank you. You were killing it today. Are you? Q predicted that my left side of my, well, you know, Q was already dissing. Q was hurting me. I can't feel my face. You understand this? It was because I went to the dentist, but whatever. Q is getting me right now. Oh, I can't. Every time I can't do it. I can't. Rumi Callis, thank you. Tina Bobino, thank you. He's a college student. Letting you know. Among those gathered was Daryl Scott, a black Ohio pastor who was an early supporter of Trump's campaign and has been working with the administration on urban and prison issues. This is probably the most proactive administration regarding urban American and faith-based community in my lifetime, Scott told the group, adding this is probably going to be the most pro-black president that we've ever had in our lifetime. I can't wait for, like, the New York Times or Washington Post to spin this. He compared Trump to his President Barack Obama, the nation's first African-American president. This president actually wants to prove something to our community, our faith-based community and our ethnic community. Faith-based community. That's important. The last president didn't feel like he had to. He got a pass. The pastor saying of Obama. The White House has been focusing its criminal justice reform efforts on improving reentry, rehabilitation, and workforce training programs instead of sentencing reform, which many advocates argue would make a bigger difference. Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law and advisor, has been leading the effort, which has included lobbying Congress to pass a bill called First Step Act. So there you go. You're already seeing like just an uptick in more favorable CNN will attack the pastor now. Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, CNN will. More people watch Home and Garden than CNN, so there you go. Take a pain pill. I will watch the meeting, Lou. Democrats are not happy. Yeah, so that's true. Democrats are not happy at all. At all. And I mean, I've stated, and there's a couple people who have stated on this channel who are African American that the black vote is going to increase. What it was 8 or 9% in 2016. If it goes to 13 or 14%, Democrats are done. Democrats are done. I don't see also the midterms like. I don't see the midterms. I don't see any. I don't see any like high turnout. Do you? The Chans. Oh my god, the Chans are memeing me. I have to go to the Chans now. No, don't meme me. We're 17 Chan. How do I do this? Don't meme me, Chan. 8 Chan, 5 Chan, 75, 76 Chan. If you disparage my faith, I've never had that before. What, 4chan? Hold on. They already have a Chan for me. 4chan for me. Controlled opposition. Oh, some decent discussion about me. Not a lot, but this was in May of 2017, April or March of 2017. Okay. No disrespect, so tell everybody in the chants that I come in peace, and I am friendly to you, to the queue. I give peace offering. This Toscana water, Aquapana water. I give peace offering to the Q people, to Q, to the Q. I do not want any. I'm like channeling my Star Trek voice. I do not. I come. Wait, who is it? The Star Trek. Kirk, Captain Kirk. I give only peace offering, a peace offering for peace to Q. No offense. Don't, even though it's dangerous and don't believe it, it's a very controlled psyops. Very bad. Probably a college student. Anyway. No. Not a single J. I am a Trekkie. Okay, I am a Trekkie. I love Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I love Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica. I'm trying as fast as I can, Captain. I do provide evidence for my claims. I have right here, Rasmussen poll, Newsweek. Here's the Newsweek article. I'm trying as fast as I can, Captain. All right, so let's go ahead. Um, oh, Jesse, Q is just a Jacob the Liar, keeps Trump supporters subdued and docile, tells them what they want to hear. Trust Sessions, what a joke. They need to wake up. We need them back in the game. So this is the thing that I've been saying, Jesse, for a long time, long before Q. Okay, I think perhaps Q, you know, takes stuff that I was saying that I believe Sessions is going to do the right thing. In fact, I wrote a book on it, Butter Top Secret Emails. Again, though, Jesse, I agree with you. I am. It's very difficult to trust Sessions, and there's a good. I mean, it's very difficult. Like Sessions shouldn't be the like you say, Jesse, shouldn't be the person that you necessarily trust. I think Sessions is going to have to go, despite his allegiance to bureaucracy. Cooper sees truth. Exactly. Trust the plan is an immoral demand of free-thinking people to ignore their individual ability to reason, critical thought, and skepticism, and replace it with blind obedience, groupthink, and submission to Q. Exactly. Cooper sees truth. Exactly. You said it better than me. I'm telling you, my super chat says things better than me. I'm telling you that. Jesse, you said it better than me too. We need them back in the game. Exactly. Cooper sees truth, and Jesse, Cooper sees truth. You said it better than I did. And I just, you know, because the people insult me and then I get upset and then I have to defend myself. A lot of the things, you know, it's like I can't keep a thought. Already I can't keep a thought. Already I can't keep one thought. I'm like, hey, what's that? But Cooper sees truth. You're 100% right. In fact, that was well written, very well written. Trust the plan is an immoral demand of free-thinking people to ignore their individual ability of reason, critical thought, and skepticism and replace it with blind obedience, groupthink, and submission to Q. Cooper sees truth. I agree 100%. That's what I was trying to say. You said it more eloquently than I did. Okay. Cooper sees truth 100%. I agree with you 100%. 100%. Dakota Blaze. Protests in Chicago asking Rahm Emanuel to resign. Blank elected Democrats ask Trump for help. Why bother discussing Q? Poo-poo out. I wasn't going to discuss Q. Someone dissed me. Somebody who I offended or people dissed me. And then I just responded and it slowly escalated to me not wanting to diss anybody. Dakota Blaze, thank you. Cooper sees truth. Excellent. Far more eloquent than I could have explained myself. Thank you again, Cooper sees truth. Thank you. Dakota Blaze. Black elected Democrats ask Trump for help. Discussing the only reason I would discuss Q is because it's I believe it's dangerous. And it's a college student, I believe. Amish Space Force. Warning, Q is now being used by MSM to discredit political opponents. Exactly. CNN called it a dangerous conspiracy cult. Exactly. Exactly. There you go. Exactly. Amish Space Force. Exactly. Yes. So I'm looking at Senior Cisco is awesome. There's this guy, Senior Cisco. He's pretty awesome, actually. Not the best picture of me, Senor Cisco, but this. Cue ball. They call me cue ball because I got no hair. Anyway, Brendan Straka is awesome. He is awesome. He has a picture with Jack Prosobic. He's the leader of the walkaway movement, or one of the started the walkaway movement. Oh my god! Oh my god! Cue ball. You call it cue ball. Ay. Hey, all good. Anybody, if I disrespected anyone, I apologize. I don't think I did. I actually never actually stated any person individually. I just talked about Q being a message board run by a college student. That's it. So, but no disrespect if anyone believes that it's military intelligence. Okay. Which it's not. It's a college student. But anyway. Suzanne Yoke. Thanks, HA. You're awesome. You are awesome, Suzanne Yoke. You are awesome. Thank you so very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you, Suzanne Yoke. Thank you. Thank you, Suzanne, as always. Thank you so very, very much. Have a fantastic Friday. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. My this is, I think Q is okay with me now. My face feels better. The anesthetic is wearing off. Thank you, Q. Q predicted this. I can enunciate better. That hurt. So thank you, One Tribble. Thank you. I want a Bernie coloring book also. Cue ball cabal. Danger, Will Robinson. They got the cue ball cabal. Trust the plan. You have Kojak the Emerson line. Kojak. Oh my god. Okay, so let's go ahead. So let's see. No, but on a serious note, there would not be Jeff McDaniel. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff McDaniel. Thank you. Suzanne Yoke, thank you. If I was ever on like MSNBC or CNN or whatever, RT, and somebody said, well, what do you think of Q? I say, look, you know what? Hillary Clinton said she used an unencrypted server outside the United States government in the basement of her home for yoga emails and for convenience. That's why you have Q. That's why you have different, whatever theories are going around. Because people are starving for the truth. Also, though, I just don't like, I'm not even going to go in there. You derive your confidence from yourself, not from any digital thing. If you want to talk spiritually or theologically from God, fine. That's for your pastor, your imam, your rabbi, your priest, whatever. But you derive your own research and worth and inspiration and confidence from yourself. You should never do it from a message board. So if it's like, well, it gets people informed. If Charles Manson went to you and said, hey, you should go ahead and read this great book, and it is a great book, and reading is good, but you'd have to question, why is Charles Manson asking this of you? Anyway, so let's go ahead. I'm not deliberately trolling Q-backers at all. I'm stating in a respectful manner, that it's a very dangerous thing. There's a difference. There's a difference. I'm not disparaging anybody. If you want to go ahead and show allegiance to a message board on 8chan, that's your decision. I'm saying it's dangerous and don't do it. RDC Tarantula, say hi to Tarantula. I love you. RDC Tarantula. Hello, Tarantula. Thank you, RDC Tarantula. Thank you. Suzanne Yoke, you have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Thank you so very much. You are awesome, Suzanne. RDC Tarantula, hello. Thank you. Thank you, RDC Tarantula. No, I'm not trolling anyone. I just, look. Okay, so there's some issues with Clinton's server, as always. Hillary Clinton had been operating a successor server in addition to her compromised original email. It's fantastic. A successor server. That is just insane. So Jordan Skektel just reported this. We are concerned that notwithstanding your repeated statements in oral and written correspondence regarding your and your client's willingness to cooperate in this matter, you had not raised the existence of the successor server or offered access to it prior to the September 21st letter. We remind you that the server is covered by the preservation letters delivered to William. Wow. And Platte River Networks. Wow. This will never end. Do you understand? It will never end. 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 It will never, ever, 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 ever end. Okay? I'm just saying, make sure Q doesn't take my stuff. I've been saying stuff, and then it says stuff, whatever. Just make sure don't. Okay. This will never end. This will never end. She had a successor server, which another server. I'm not entirely sure what that would mean. Another server outside. Wow. Wow. New emails show that Peter Strzok asked to keep FBI declassification powers as Mueller investigator. I spoke about that yesterday. It's never going to end. Do you understand? It will never, ever, 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 ever end. James Woods has a hilarious. James Woods has the best. Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, God bless you all. Whether you love Q, dislike Q, whatever. As you know, I think it's very dangerous and no one should believe it. And it's probably a psyops and it's or a college kid. But anyway, Larkin Brown, thank you so very much. Yes. Omar, Can we agree to respect people's differences? Absolutely. Absolutely. And whenever I was dissing Q, I don't diss the people who believe it. When I diss Q, I diss Q, which is an anonymous message board that's probably a college student. I'm dissing if the college student chillax, because you're getting in, territory. Millions of people believe you, and it's dangerous, or hundreds of thousands, or whatever. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap this up. To my super chat, thank you so very much to everyone. No disrespect. If I talk about a message board, I'm not talking about you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. I'll be back in about a couple hours or so. Thank you so very much, everyone. God bless. I'll see you soon to my super chat. Thank you again.